my name is Lizah, and today I'm going to tell you my story. I was born in a family wherein we only have enough, sometimes less, but never more than that. Our family has 12 members. That simply means large family members is equivalent to financial difficulties. I am the youngest, but that doesn't give me any privilege because I never experienced comfort out of that. Growing up, I was voided with abundance. Most of my things are hand-me-down from my older sisters. But since we were raised with great morals, I learned how to value even the smallest and littlest of things. We are only economically disadvantaged, but we don't scarce from love and rightful upbringings. I don't usually question our status in life. All I know is that I am blessed to have a family like mine. However, sometimes we would encounter an experience that would change our perception in viewing life. One time, I was so excited to go home because I got the highest grade in our class. But when I reached home, my excitement eventually faded because I saw my mom heavily crying. With an impulse, I slowly approached her, trying to weigh the context of her emotions. And I asked her what was wrong, and then she said, "There's no enough rice for tomorrow, and our bills had been in long list. Aling Nina had been here, trying to make me pay my debt. She only gave me until tomorrow. If not, she would be forced to settle it in the barangay. I no longer what to do. Problems have been trying to starve my hope away." She looked at me while wiping her tears. Seeing my mom crying made me realize how hard life is. Having that view, I started to see that life is so unfair to the poor, and that having nothing sometimes would put us in great tribulations and sufferings. After the incident, life was even harder for me and for my family. There are times that we would only eat twice a day, or sometimes we would suffice our stomach with only having sweet potato for our dinner. I also experienced how painful it is to see one of your loved ones being sick, but you don't have the capacity to bring him to the hospital. Every day seems like a quest for survival. We need to be strong in order to live. I don't want to see my mom crying again or even seeing one of us struggling because of poverty. So I promised to myself that I should do everything to make our life better. Instead of being gnawed with fangs of negativities, I choose to see life in a positive perspective. I want to be my family's strength and hope. So I build myself with blocks of optimism and would never show my flawed emotions, my weakness. So I started to set my goals. I don't want anything to distract my focus away from it. I did my best in school, I passed my requirements on time, born to midnight oil, and would always propel towards academic success. I also defied temptation. I declined invitations in any social gathering or parties. But I still do have a lot of friends, just that I don't usually hang out with them because my attention is centered to my mission in living my family out from poverty. I would never engage myself to the things that won't do anything good to me and would just hinder in achieving my goal. Right now, I'm in my third year of studying in college, taking up Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education, majoring in Food Service and Management. My focus now is more on achieving my goals and improving myself. One of my goals is to make my family gradually living out from poverty. I hope my story will inspire you too. Life is full of ups and downs, and we can't be strong all the time. We also need to breathe. Poverty should not be a reason for us not to see life with color. Instead, it should be our reason to draw our own goals. We should set our eyes to those goals, but make sure your focus to it won't blind you from the happiness that surrounds you. Strive harder, but at the same time, live. That's my story all about, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Where is your